some actual credibility in this feud. So the only way to keep this going is if the heel wins. I gotta stop that shit. That's 3 times I got a false prediction. But the difference between that is, when it comes to Daniel Bryan, he's been winning decisively. For Baron Corbin and Finn Balor, Baron Corbin took control of that, like 80% of that match, and then it just ended with Finn Balor doing a quick roll up. So, who really won there?
Finn Balor.
No, well, the match, sure, but really, when you look at it in the long run, who really won in this one? Because Finn Balor wasn't really booked to look strong in the match. It was a cheap roll-up victory, and Baron Corbin, of course, just like Big Cass, just because he's big, he still can't get the job done.
The impression I'm under when I see matches like this is that, number one, the ending is very reminiscent of a lot of real-life fights, where even though the other person may have the reach advantage and maybe basically style on them for most of the fight, again, there may be times where the other person just gets caught with something, like just a surprise punch or just boom, out of nowhere, it can just happen. Does that mean it works all the time? No, of course not. But I'm just seeing that's one possibility I can see of what they were originally going for. In terms of what other purpose does it serve? Maybe they'll have another blow-off feud with Baron Corbin and Finn Balor, for all we know. Maybe we could even get them on the pre-show for SummerSlam. I don't know. It depends on how they build it up.
That's just a shame to even think about Finn Balor. Finn Balor on the pre-show for SummerSlam.
Well, to be fair, there have been episodes of Sunday Night Heat where I've seen The Undertaker show up, so...
Well, was this MTV Sunday Night Heat or actual USA?
I believe it was USA.
Yeah, it was when Sunday Night Heat was actually worth something.
Yeah, either way, I've seen far more offensive things in my time.
Speaking of offensive, in this next match, I hated this match.
I love this match.
This match... Well, it's official. Asuka has lost complete credibility. At least to me, it does.
Asuka has not lost credibility in my heart.
Your heart is one thing. When it comes to credibility, when it comes to booking, she's completely gone. This match made her look like a complete idiot.
Did it make her look like a complete idiot, or did it make the team of James Ellsworth and Carmella look cunning?
I think it made Carmella look like a complete idiot. This match was was dumb. I've never liked shark cage matches. The second the bell rang, James Ellsworth was dropping, what was it, the chain and the mace spray, whatever the hell that thing was. And then all of a sudden he had a key to open the thing, and of course he being a complete idiot, James Ellsworth, he trips or he just dangles himself. And of course, Asuka, instead of realizing, oh yeah, that's right, I'm in a match. No, I'm just going to keep kicking James Ellsworth because she can. And then Carmella takes the advantage, knocks her head into the shark cage, and then roll up 1, 2, 3. Asuka looks like was just made to look like a complete idiot, and she still gets zero reaction from the fans. She is not appealing in any form. Let me ask you something. Which would you have rather seen at SummerSlam? Well, at least that's what the starting build for this is. Mm-hmm. Would you have rather see Becky Lynch versus Carmella for the women's title? Or would you want to see Becky Lynch versus Asuka for the women's title? Is this really hard for you?
Yes, it is, and I'll explain why. On the one hand, I see where you're going with Becky Lynch and Asuka for the women's title in terms of just raw, not just credibility, but also just raw wrestling talent. That alone, if it was like a special attraction match, I can see that being a superior match technically. However, Carmella is a very obnoxious heel. And in terms of what traditionally has a tendency to work, there's a case that could be made to say that Asuka versus Carmella would possibly be the superior match to see. So
you mean Asuka versus Becky Lynch?
No, Asuka versus Carmella.
Well, that match happened
because of the face heel dynamic,
and nothing superior came out of it. It just made. They just wanted to keep the belt on Carmella because she's nothing more than a pretty face, and at the cost of Asuka's credibility. Not even mentioned on SmackDown Live. What she's just gone, and now we get the People's Champion for the women's division in Becky Lynch, and hopefully she'll regain that SmackDown Women's title and just get Carmella away. Because I'm sorry, I understand where you're coming from. I understand what they're trying to do with her, but I'm sorry, she just doesn't have it in the ring. Not even before the whole thing with James Ellsworth hanging off the shark cage, she's not good.
Well, thankfully, that's one good reason why we do have
she's Kelly bad.
Nah, at least Carmella's got charisma.
I'm not talking about charisma. She's got the character down. I will give her that. But when it comes to actual in-ring talent, she's Kelly bad.
Kelly was like a teenage squid in a box. Carmella's not nearly that bad.
Oh, I think she is. I stand by that. Hell, I give Eva Marie more credit than Carmella does. That's right. I went there.
I disagree. Anyway,
you're entitled to disagree, but that's how I feel.
And that's how I feel too. Opinions, damn it.
Boom.
Now you want to talk about travesties. Let's talk about this next match. Shinsuke Nakamura ball punching Jeff Hardy in 6 seconds and wins the U.S. title. Why, Shinsuke? This is so disappointing on so many levels.
To be fair, we actually got the match that we all wanted on SmackDown Live. But as Brian Alvarez said, if the SmackDown match was on Extreme Rules, this would have been so much better. The pay-per-view would have been so much better. But I couldn't stop laughing. I thought this was hilarious.
Are you saying that because you predicted
no.
Shinsuke to win and I didn't?
No, I wasn't thinking that at all. I knew Shinsuke was going to win because, in my opinion, Shinsuke was going to win before the whole dog bite incident. But this was just, it was different. I was not expecting this. Shinsuke is keep going with the fact that he just loves hitting guys in the balls, and it was just so completely out of nowhere, and it just fits so well for what they were doing with Shinsuke Nakamura. And now we got a heel Randy Orton back out of it, and damn. No. At first I was like, okay, maybe so. Randy Orton's back. He's hinting at a heel turn, especially with the fact that he didn't do an RKO, which everyone loves to see. He hits Jeff Hardy in the balls to basically ball hitting Shinsuke Nakamura. And then you have SmackDown where he is just doing some crazy shit. I mean, the fact that he went and took his finger and just stuck it in Jeff Hardy's, I found out this is what it's called, flesh tube, and just was pulling on it, just going, pulling. I was like, just the natural reaction from the one woman just going, oh God, no, stop it. It got me cringing, and I was like, you know what? I like this. I wanted this Randy Orton back for a long time. Doing just the part where he is just such a bastard. He is just such an asshole. Where I want him. I wanted this, and he wanted to be a heel for a long time. So he's finally getting what he wants out of it.
I don't know. I feel like I've seen enough of Randy Orton for one lifetime. I do not care to see more, unless I really start seeing something new and something fresh. I'm just burned down on Randy Orton in general these days.
He did do something fresh. He stuck his finger in someone's ear hole and was just pulling. I've never seen anything like that. And it was just gruesome and gross.
Gross.
Seriously, I'm just like, oh, dude, stop pulling. Oh my God. Literally, this was my reaction while I was watching SmackDown. Dude, stop. That is, oh. I missed having natural reactions like that while watching my wrestling.
Well, maybe I'll need to give...
Thank you, Randy Orton. Thank you for making me get that disgusted natural reaction.
Well, maybe I'll have to give him another try.
But when it came to Extreme Rules, I hated that. I didn't like that we were denied a match, but I couldn't stop laughing because I'm like, you know what? That's something Shinsuke would do. At least this heel Shinsuke.
Well, speaking of what wrestlers would do and crazy finishes, next up on the docket we had Kevin Owens technically defeating Braun Strowman via cage shenanigans. This
match wasn't even a match. It really wasn't. This was more storytelling than actual wrestling. And Coach is just an idiot. There's like, they explain the rules that you can climb the cage to win. You can use the door. There are so many ways he can actually escape. And Coach is just going, there's nowhere for Kevin Owens to run. There are plenty of places for Kevin Owens to run. He could actually run out of the cage to win the match. You idiot.
More like Vince, you idiot. Because you know he's getting fed lines this entire time.
I guess. But, man, and of course, apparently the whole throwing off the top of the cage through the table was because it's the 20-year anniversary of Mankind, of Mick Foley getting thrown off the cell.
You're damn right it is.
Damn right. Granted, you're throwing a guy who has no injured back history off the steel cage onto an announcer's table. But I think the part that actually frustrated me the most is more on the line of the prediction. I even said it last week on the prediction show. Everything is pointing at, I'm even wearing the shirt. Everything is pointing for Kevin Owens to win this. Kevin Owens should win this. Braun doesn't get hurt if he loses this match, especially considering it was a steel cage match. I was like, everything in my head is telling me, choose Kevin Owens. Choose Kevin Owens. I was even listening to my heart. My heart was going, choose KO. Choose KO. And of course, I'm just like, you know what? Just because it's Braun Strowman and Braun is at that stage where it's Braun wins, LOL. But granted, we love Braun Strowman. I just went like, I had to just go with Braun Strowman just because I have to. And of course, the one time I don't follow my heart, it cost me a point.
Learn my lesson.
I was like,
you must follow your heart, for that's
not
the
all
only
the time.
Way to victory.
Not all the time. The heart can betray you sometimes. Most of the time, actually. That's why I try and follow with my head. But yeah, when it came to this, it was more storytelling than anything. Kevin Owens was, after he handcuffed Braun Strowman, he tried to egg on and gets chokeslammed. He's like, oh, I think I've stayed in here long enough. I got to try and get out of here. Braun is just trying to kill the man. And
we love you for it.
It's also the fact that people are just pointing out that Braun is right now, he is more heel than anything in this feud. That he is just nothing more than a bully. He is just bullying this poor man.
I'm sorry, he's a what?
A bully.
Oh, now I heard you.
But yeah, he is just being a complete dick. And I do see where they're going, but also the man tried to kill Brock Lesnar and Kane with scaffolding at one point. So
Yeah.
I don't look at Braun as a babyface. I don't look at Braun as a heel. I just look at him as Braun